Boon Keng, Kallang, where are the property Lobangs? In today's video, you are going to follow me through my morning run in the Boon Keng and Kallang area. I'm going to cover HDB flats, condominiums and landed properties in the vicinity. I will share my thoughts on these properties and identify some undervalued properties that are worth considering for investment. So please stay until the end of this video where I will also share where to buy the cheapest detached house for $1 million outside the city core region. Here, let's go. Hi, my name is Alan from Alan V Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For the start, I started off my morning run in Sungai Whampoa at St. George Lane. St. George Lane is a relatively unknown place to most Singaporeans. It is located opposite the popular Bendemeer Hawker Centre. There are mainly HDB flats around this area. As I look through the past transactions, it is surprising to see that the price of the HDB flats seems affordable in today's prices. The older 4-room flats are selling for $630,000, whereas the newer ones are selling for $900,000 upwards. Here, the bigger 5-room flats are selling for $760,000 to $900,000, depending on their remaining lease. Most importantly, for those that need big space, there are HDB mansionettes here. Are you curious what price are they going for? Here, back in 2022, there is only a unit that was transacted at more than $1 million. Frankly, I wouldn't mind staying in an old HDB EM where I'm staying near the city fringe. In my opinions, these flats are suitable for those that cherish space and location. For close to $680 per square feet for city fringe property, I still think they are worth the price. Next, as I run further down the road, there is St. George Tower that has yet to MOP. I'm very sure once it MOP, the prices will be close to $1 million. Are they worth buying? There are no right or wrong answer to it. If you are those city boys or city girls that prefer to stay near the city area and yet you cannot afford a private condominium, then I think they are still worthwhile to buy. Anyway, HDB flats are practical design, have low frills maintenance, and most importantly, have a very community feel living environment. As I run towards Whampoa Park Connector, I'm greeted by 8 Riversuites condominium. This condo was developed by UE Development and comprised 843 units on 99 years lease. When it was first launched back then in 2012, it was selling at an average price of $1,289 per square feet for the 3-bedroom. Today, the average price is $1,515 PSF. This means this condo has appreciated by 18% since launch. Not too bad, but I think it can be better. If you happen to be a seller watching this video, I suggest you can start to cash out if you happen to have bought it during launch. After all, this project has already crossed the 10 years old mark, and sell it before more stock is in the market, especially nearer to Potong Pasir vicinity. Next, I run further down the road and reach the River Vista at Kallang. These are replacement sales flats that are sold to those owners that are affected by sales. By the way, I have a strong affiliation with this place and the bridge. I recall I did a video in this location for SkillsFuture Singapore last year. I was their SkillsFuture ambassador back then. In the video, I mentioned I was retrenched very early in my career, and it was because of circumstances I became a property agent. Thereafter, I keep reinventing myself and upgrade my skill using SkillsFuture government subsidies. For those that have job insecurity, do not wait until the last minute to upgrade your skill. Constantly upgrade yourself and embrace changes. The future looks uncertain, but come with an open mind and it will be very exciting and rewarding ahead. That is why, after this video shoot for SkillsFuture, which I did it for free, I'm inspired to become a property YouTuber on top of my sales career. This is my way of transforming for the future and giving back to the community. On another note, this video is not sponsored by SkillsFuture Singapore or endorsed by them. For those that are keen to upgrade, I leave the links in the description below. Here, I will skip River Vista at Kallang Performance. In short, City Fringe HDB flats can buy for the location. In the long term, with limited stock, it's a sure win thing. So much about HDB flats, let us jump right straight into the private property segment. Next, I head back into Serangoon Road towards Opal Crescent, where the famous Tian Wai Tian seafood restaurant is located. Right behind this restaurant, there is Opel Suites. Opel Suites is developed by McLean Group and comprise 19 freehold, small 1 to 2 bedrooms apartment. When it was first launched back then in 2010, it was selling at an average price of 1330 PSF. Today, the average price is hovering around 1462 PSF. This means this condo has appreciated by 9% only since launch. Let us take a look at the profitable and unprofitable transactions. Most of the profitable transactions don't make very exciting return after holding it for more than a decade. Likewise, there are a few that lose money, or I mean selling close to the original purchase price. As most of you here that follow my YouTube channel will know, I'm not a big fan of small Mickey Mouse apartments. So, let's move on. As I run towards Moonstone Lane, there are a few interesting apartments that are on freehold tenure. There are Moonstone Residences and Moonstone View, which are pretty interesting to explore if you are looking at only freehold properties. Moonstone Residence has 76 units and is currently going at 1,200 PSF, whereas Moonstone View, which is developed by CDL in 2000, is currently going for 1,300 to 1,400 PSF. Frankly speaking, if you are looking at good freehold property within the OCR area that will appreciate in the long term, I'm sure you wouldn't lose money buying them at such prices. As I stand on this bridge that divides Opal Crescent and St. Michael area, I can't stop praising PUB for the ABC program. I think they did a very good job in maintaining our waterways. In other countries, people avoid living near them because it's heavily polluted. In Singapore, properties near such longgangs are highly sought after because they appreciate in value. Well done, PUB. By the way, there are a lot of other condos in this vicinity. If you are keen, you can always come here to explore them by yourself. Here, do you know there is a Sri Lanka Temple nearby? I went in to take a look and it looks so beautiful and serene. Interestingly, there are also Chinese praying inside the temple. I find it heartwarming that Singapore is indeed multicultural. There is space for every religion to practice their religion safely. This is Singapore, and by the way, I love my country. Lastly, as I run back to my starting point, I'm fascinated by the landed properties in this area. I did a quick search and most of these landed homes are on freehold tenure. So please pay attention if there are any seller that plan to sell. I think they are still worthwhile to buy, even at a higher PSF. Remember, if you are a Singapore citizen and have the means to buy a landed property, please go and buy a landed property instead of a condominium. Why do I say that? This is because our dear government has already tell you very clearly, buying a landed property in Singapore is a privilege and not an entitlement. As Singapore progresses, your landed property will always appreciate in value. Before I call it a day, I have a bonus tips for those that stay until the end of this video. Do you know you can own a detached house for only $1 million right here in Boon Keng? Yes, this is the cheapest landed property near the city area. This place is called Beng Wan Road and is behind a row of shop house along Serangoon Road. Not many people who have known of this place. They are mainly detached house with 99 years lease from 1949. There are currently 25 years on its remaining lease. If you plan to live like a king and retire in comfort for the next 25 years, you can consider buying one of them. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoy it. By the way, If you have any topics that you would like me to discuss in details, you can leave them in the description below. Thank you and have a blessed Chinese New Year ahead. Lastly, I will end here with this song. Enjoy.